First up on our survival guide: preparation. It's the cornerstone of any successful adventure, and when it comes to camping in extreme weather conditions, it's nothing short of vital. No one wants to be caught off guard by a sudden storm or a drop in temperature, right? That's where knowledge and foresight come into play. Now, you don't need to be a meteorologist to understand the basics of weather forecasting. A quick check on your weather app or a browse through a reliable weather website before you head out can give you a fair idea of what to expect. Are there chances of rain? Might temperatures plummet during the night? Knowing these little details can make a huge difference in how you pack and prepare. Speaking of packing, let's discuss gear. If there's even the slightest hint of rain in the forecast, waterproof gear is a must. A sturdy raincoat, waterproof boots, and even a cover for your backpack can be lifesavers. And remember, wetness equals cold, so staying dry is your first line of defense against hypothermia. But what about those chilly nights? Well, that's where layers come into the picture. Pack thermal underwear, a fleece jacket, and a warm hat to trap heat close to your body. For your sleeping bag, consider a liner for additional warmth. And don't forget a good quality sleeping pad. It's not just for comfort, but also to insulate you from the cold ground. And here's a little tip from the pros: always pack extra. An extra pair of socks, an additional layer of clothing, an extra blanket. You might think it's overkill, but trust me, when the wind is howling outside your tent and temperatures are dropping, you'll be grateful for that extra bit of warmth. So, in essence, the key to surviving extreme weather conditions is being prepared for every eventuality. It's about understanding the weather, packing the right gear, and always having a backup plan. Remember, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. After all, in the great outdoors, it's you against Mother Nature, and she doesn't pull any punches. Now, let's discuss the art of shelter building. Our shelter is our sanctuary, our buffer against the elements, and in extreme weather conditions, it can be our lifeline. When it comes to setting up camp, location is everything. It's important to avoid low-lying areas that could be prone to flooding. Instead, opt for slightly higher ground, ensuring you're not at the bottom of a hill where water can run down. Choosing a spot with natural windbreaks like a line of trees or a large rock can also provide added protection from harsh winds. If you're camping in the winter, remember that snow can act as an excellent insulator. A snow wall around your tent can reduce wind chill and keep the inside of your tent warmer. Next, let's talk about your tent. It's not just a place to sleep, but a shield against the elements. To fortify this shield, secure your tent with additional stakes and guy lines. This extra stability can be invaluable against forceful winds or heavy snowfall. A well-constructed shelter isn't just about the exterior. Inside, make sure to keep your sleeping area dry and insulated. A good quality sleeping pad can provide insulation from the cold ground, and a sleeping bag rated for the lowest possible temperature you expect to encounter can make the difference between a restful night and a chilly, sleepless ordeal. Last but not least, always have a plan B. In case your tent fails or gets damaged, know how to construct an emergency shelter using natural materials or items in your pack. A tarp, a poncho, or even a large trash bag can be fashioned into a makeshift shelter in a pinch. Remember, your shelter is more than just a place to rest your head. It's your home in the wilderness, your defense against Mother Nature's extremes. A well-constructed shelter can be a game changer in challenging conditions. So take the time to choose your site wisely, secure your tent properly, and prepare for all possible scenarios. Your survival may depend on it. Fire, a crucial friend in the wild. When you're out there, braving the elements, a good fire can be the beacon that guides you through. But a fire isn't just about sparking a flame and watching it burn. It's about mastering a survival skill that can make all the difference when the going gets tough. Now, what's the first thing we need for a fire? That's right, a reliable lighter. But we're not talking about your average convenience store lighter. We're talking about a windproof, waterproof, reliable lighter that can withstand the harshest conditions. It's your go-to tool when you need to get that fire going. But what if your reliable lighter fails? Well, that's where waterproof matches come into play. Yes, you heard it right, waterproof. These aren't your grandma's kitchen matches. They're designed to strike even in damp or wet conditions. It's always wise to have a backup plan, and these matches are just that. Next up on our fire starting kit is a fire starter. No, not the song, but an actual fire starter. A compact, easy-to-carry tool that can help ignite a flame even in less than ideal conditions. Whether it's a magnesium fire starter or a simple flint and steel, it's an essential part of any outdoor survival kit. But having all these tools is just one part of the equation. You also need to know how to gather dry tinder and kindling in advance. Nature is your resource here. Look for small twigs, dried leaves, and bark. Keep them dry and ready because when it's time to light that fire, you'll want to have everything you need at your fingertips. And once you have your materials, you need to know how to build a fire in adverse conditions. It's not just about stacking wood and setting it ablaze, it's about creating a structure that will allow your fire to breathe and grow, even when the wind is howling or the rain is pouring. Fire is not just about warmth, it's a survival skill that can make all the difference. So, equip yourself with the right tools, gather your materials, and master the art of fire building. It's a skill that might just save your life one day. Staying hydrated is more important than you might think. It's easy to get caught up in the adventure and forget about the basics, like drinking water. But in extreme weather, proper water management is key to survival. You see, our bodies are made up of more than 60% water. It's essential for most bodily functions, from regulating our body temperature to aiding digestion. So, when we're out there braving the elements, we need to make sure we're replenishing the water we lose. Now you might be thinking, I'll just drink from a stream or a lake. Well, not so fast. Natural water sources can be contaminated with harmful bacteria or parasites, and drinking untreated water can lead to serious health issues. That's why it's crucial to have a reliable water filtration system with you. This can be a portable water filter, purification tablets, or even a UV light purifier. These tools can effectively clean your water, making it safe to drink. But what about when the temperatures drop? In cold environments, water can freeze, leaving you high and dry. A simple solution is to insulate your water bottles. You can use socks, clothing, or specially designed insulators to keep your water from freezing. And let's not forget about having a backup supply. It's always a good idea to carry extra water just in case. You may find yourself in a situation where there's no readily available water source, or your filtration system might fail. Having a backup supply can be a lifesaver in these situations. Lastly, we need to talk about the risk of dehydration. It can sneak up on you, especially in cold weather when you might not feel as thirsty. Even mild dehydration can impair your physical and mental performance, making it harder to navigate or make important decisions. So, keep drinking water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. Remember, staying hydrated isn't just about quenching your thirst. It's about maintaining your body's functions and staying sharp, so you can tackle whatever Mother Nature throws your way. Dehydration can sneak up on you, so remember to stay vigilant. Visibility and communication, your lifelines in extreme conditions. When you're battling the elements, knowing where you are and being able to call for help can mean the difference between a challenging adventure and a dire situation. Navigational tools such as a map and compass are your best friends in the wilderness. They're lightweight, reliable, and don't require a battery. But knowing how to use them is just as important as having them. Take the time to learn basic orientation skills. Understand how to read a topographic map, how to set a bearing on your compass, and how to orient yourself using landmarks. These skills can guide you to safety when visibility is low, or when the landscape around you is unrecognizable due to severe weather. In addition to these classic tools, consider having a GPS device as a backup. Modern GPS devices are more accurate than ever and can provide you with your exact location, altitude, and even the path back to your starting point. However, keep in mind that these devices are dependent on battery life and satellite signal, which can be affected by extreme weather conditions. Therefore, your map and compass should always be your primary navigation tools. Communication is another crucial aspect of survival. A reliable communication device, such as a two-way radio or a satellite phone, can be a lifeline in case of emergencies. These devices allow you to reach out for help even in remote locations where your regular mobile signal may fail. Remember to check the battery life of your device regularly and carry spare batteries if possible. In essence, navigation and communication in extreme conditions are about staying aware, staying connected, and having a plan of action. It's about knowing where you are, where you're going, and how to ask for help if you need it. So before you set out on your next adventure, make sure you're equipped with the knowledge and tools to navigate and communicate effectively. Stay connected, stay safe. And there you have it, folks. We've navigated through the essentials of surviving extreme weather while camping. From diligent preparation to robust shelter building, mastering fire safety, managing water effectively, and honing navigation skills. All these, coupled with a dash of courage, can turn any daunting outdoor challenge into a thrilling adventure. Remember, the wilderness doesn't differentiate between a rookie and a seasoned camper. It's your knowledge and preparation that counts. If you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. Stay safe out there. And until next time, happy camping.